The average conservative political commentator sucks, man. Now, I say this as conservative, very conservative. I am very, very conservative. No one's more conservative than me. But on a serious note, like, who are like mainstream conservative voices? People like Ben Shapiro. Now, I used to be a big fan of Ben Shapiro, and you know what? I think I'm going to make this mostly about Ben Shapiro because I think Ben Shapiro is a microcosm for the average conservative commentator. Political ones, at least. And I'm not saying there's not political commentators that are conservative that I don't like. Yeah, there's a lot of them I like, actually. I can name them. However, this video will probably get flagged if I do because they're people that YouTube doesn't like. We'll put it like that. Anyways, let's talk about Ben Shapiro. Like, Ben Shapiro is a geek. Now, there's a place for geeks. I think I do listen to some geeks, but I listen to them with the mindset that they are a geek. I just take, because geeks are good for some things, right? Geeks are smart. Geeks are able to teach you things, and then you could turn it into your own thing, right? So I'm not saying geeks are completely useless, but this is our mainstream guy, Ben Shapiro, Mr. Geek. I don't know if I really want him to be our face in the conservative political space. And beyond that, of course, it's more than just him being a geek. Let's look at what else. Okay, how do I say this without... Ben Shapiro likes Israel more than the United States. And I think that's become self-evident recently. So I'll put it like that. Ben Shapiro, this should... If you know, you know. If you understand, then this will make a lot of sense, okay? Ben Shapiro likes Israel more than the United States. Now, why is this a problem? Because he's an American political conservative commentator. I'm an American. And he's supposed to be an American. Our main conservative political commentator should be an American first. Not put other countries over. And I mean, if you want to support, if you want to be some sort of Zionist and you want to be an Israeli political commentator, I mean, go ahead. I have no interest in you because I'm an American. I'm not an Israeli, but I mean, he's supposed to be an American, so it doesn't make any sense. And he's paraded around like he's, well, America, America, America. But recently, as I said, he's been getting exposed for putting Israel's interests over American interests. So I'll leave it at that. What else? They do weird things. Like, they make weird jokes sometimes. Like, some of them aren't normal people. Like, I'll jump right here. Like Ron DeSantis. Like, I heard Ron DeSantis was eating pudding with his fingers. Why? Why? I know he's not a political conservative commentator, but I'm using it as an example. Like, a lot of political conservative commentators do this type of stuff. It's like, why? And it might not just be as blatant as, eating pudding with their fingers and I mean, how? Anyways, could be the jokes they make, like the Lady Ballers movie that made by Daily Wire. It's like a bunch of dudes. I get the joke, and the joke's actually, I mean, the joke's kind of overdone. I mean, we all thought about this for a long time, but it's like dudes dressing up in pink little uniforms and wearing bows. I get it's ironic, but it's like, bro, disgusting. You think I want to see this? Like, why? Why do I keep seeing things like this? And of course, a lot of them, they don't really get at the most important message, I think. Because they practice this. Okay, I have to be careful because I've already got my video. The reason why I'm so cautious is because I already have a strike. All right, because I talked about something I shouldn't on YouTube. Silly me. Okay, so they all, for the most part, practice lukewarm political takes. Like Ben Shapiro, like he says, well, abortion's bad. Low taxes are good. Like that's kind of all he does, right? Cool, I agree, but it's like, who cares? It's like, we all understand this is not a revelation. Yet when it comes to things like, YouTube, Well, I'm not saying anything here. Okay, I completely believe the mainstream message. When he starts talking about, stuff like, the vaccines, the elections, the 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 COVID-19, when he starts talking about this type of stuff, he has the most lukewarm takes. All the mainstream political conservative commentators have the most lukewarm takes, and they completely miss the actual truth. There we go. I think that's the safest way of putting it without getting a bit of like, I wish I could just go for that, but I can't. So in any case, I'm tired of listening to a lot of them. I mean, if you like them, then go ahead and listen to them. But the truth is, most of them aren't actually saying anything useful. Most of them aren't teaching you anything. Most of them outside of the political realm, even in the political realm, again, they have the lukewarm taste, but outside the political realm, it's like, well, what about exercise? Talk about exercise at all? No. It doesn't have to be working out. It could be a lot of different things, but they never talk about it. What about God? Why do you believe in God? Do you think there's any positive arguments for God's existence? Why are you a Christian? Blah, blah, blah. Why aren't you a Muslim? They don't talk about anything important, right? Outside of the political realm. And that somewhat goes to most self-improvement people in general. I'm not asking them to be like gurus or whatever, but like, I just don't see a point in listening to a lot of them. The ones that I actually have something beyond just the lukewarm, basic conservative takes. So with that being said, conservative political commentators suck for the most part.